Welcome to Views of a Flick. I'm Will I Am Defoe, aka Big Willie Style. In the building with Sid.
What's happening?
In the building with Ron Jarobi. And we
already know.
And we here doing Matrix Resurrection.
Yeah.
The new Matrix movie. In theaters on not on Netflix, on HBO Max.
It came to theaters?
Yeah, it's on theater.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Who want to kick it off?
I'm glad I didn't pay for it
because I'm seem like I'm the only one that didn't mind it, that liked it. So I kick it off.
I didn't not like it.
It don't seem like.
I don't know, man.
You ain't like it if you don't know.
It was cool.
I like what they wanted to do. I saw what they like. I saw a lot of people say that they didn't like that they was showing the first movie so much, but I didn't mind that because I like what
they showed that much. Like
they showed a lot.
I don't think so.
They showed
what in the trailer?
Not to me.
No, in the movie.
You talking about flashback? Like flashback or whatever.
Yeah, flashback.
Yeah,
and just showing the scene and what I mean by showing the scene like the beginning of the movie, like.
But these same people probably like Endgame. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know I love Endgame.
I ain't talking
I don't
about
see the equivalence.
I'm talking about the people that said whatever they said.
But yeah, I like what they was trying to do of making him think that the first movie was just a game that he made and he really didn't live it. Like, yeah, okay, I could see how you can start with that premise in the meeting room like with all the writers and all that.
You ain't like the excuse?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yeah, all the writing in between there.
Nice.
That they really didn't explain shit. They went very vague with shit and shit that they should have went deeper on and explained to us. They didn't.
What you think you need the explanation for that we seen 3 movies for?
The whole thing of what Neo did with Morpheus and Agent Smith and switching bodies and doing all that and the whole.
Well, the video game was supposed to be what those characters were opposites of each other. Morpheus was something that he supposedly created in his head or in the video game, which was Morpheus, the AI, wasn't a real person. And Agent Smith, same thing. He was the evil version of that. Just like yin and yang to me. That's what they were. Morpheus and Agent Smith was yin and yang in my eyes. Because you see in the end they came together. But only to keep the balance.
It just...
The balance of the Matrix. Because the analyst was finna throw the Matrix all out of whack.
The movie didn't meet my expectations.
Yeah, because I don't know what y'all was expecting, but I ain't gonna lie, even I expected more. But I was more surprised by this movie than I was disappointed. But I did expect it to be like crazy, like John Wick's like level, like not controversy, John Wick level action.
Why?
Just because
the first Matrix movies literally changed action movies.
No, literally, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Which action movie?
Nigga, everything.
Well, see,
I
seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and all that shit. All that shit.
Nigga, that's after Matrix.
No, it wasn't.
After the first Matrix.
No, it was not.
That
movie might have been, but they had been doing that type of shit.
They was not doing the bullet time shit.
This shit you ain't see. It ain't with no mainstream shit. They was doing that shit though.
Who?
What do you mean who? I don't know these. I can't name you the directors and shit. But that's what that shit come from. That shit come from the kung fu movies in like Japan and shit. Don't say to you.
No. I've heard that Hollywood would tell you that the Matrix changed
Hollywood, but Hollywood's not the only production company, bro. They make these movies. I'm talking about them Bruce Lee movies. That shit wasn't Hollywood. It was movies out like that before that.
All right.
Yeah, the movie. I
Them
think what
niggas
I
was
did,
fighting slow.
it wasn't even the fighting. I don't think
The fighting wasn't even that
it
bad.
lacked action. It didn't have much
Yeah.
action in it at
Yeah,
all.
it didn't have much action.
That was
Which is the reason I kind of liked it. Which,
a down for me. And again, I don't like granted, Neo not knowing who he was is one thing, you know what I'm saying?
being like that, the woman showed him, huh?
Nah, it ain't even about the woman. It's just I'm like I said, I'm here for the women heroes, but I don't feel like you have to nerf a male character to get a strong female character.
He wasn't nerfed.
To me, he was.
The nigga was
No,
shooting
he
air.
was
He
nerfed.
was shooting air pockets at fucking hordes of motorcycles. He was not nerfed.
What you mean?
What do you mean? He was shooting air at people that's in a whole horde of motorcycles and pushing them back like he had the force or some shit.
Right, and
he
then-
was not nerfed.
And then he was getting his ass whooped on top of that.
He got his ass whooped in the old movies.
No, he did not.
Okay.
Man, he
By the time he
You tell me
became
Agent Smith
by the
wasn't putting
time-
hands on Neo?
nigga, by the third
Hold on,
movie, he
hold on.
was.
Let me touch
By
on
the
that
third
topic.
movie,
Let
yeah,
me
that's
touch-
different.
Let me
Nigga,
touch on
this
that
the fourth
topic.
movie.
Let me touch
Yeah,
on
but the third movie was trash.
that was Super Agent Smith. After he had absorbed, like they basically like Cell. Like he
Right.
had absorbed all these other people.
Mhm.
This was a regular Agent Smith. Neo was out there banging with like 50 to 100 Agent Smiths. in
And he
part
was
two.
using
And
the
he
force.
still
And
and he
was
still
giving
beat
them.
him.
He was giving them.
Yeah, but he was using the force.
But he wasn't
was doing
doing-
all that same shit that he did in the fourth
He wasn't
movie.
doing that, and that's what I'm saying. He might still have some of the same abilities.
He wasn't doing it in episode 3 or 2?
He was. What
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying is, but in this one, even if he was using those same abilities, he couldn't
He
fly.
actually couldn't do that up until
Who
the
cares?
third movie.
I mean, it was a
Because
big.
when he flew, he only flew for like to get away.
It was still a big
No,
part of
he-
his character.
He always flew.
But
Okay.
then on top of
he only
that,
flew once.
No, he didn't.
but then
He had just learned how to fly. On the matter of fact, didn't he even
he
learn
learned how to
in the
fly
first
at the end of the
At
first
the
movie.
end.
at the end
Yeah.
of the
So
first-
we only see him fly to get away.
but
Yeah, it was
we
two movies
three
after
movies.
that. He was flying around.
What I'm saying is basically, regardless of how you look at it, they nerfed this character. I'm not saying
I disagree, but go
I'm
ahead.
not saying they did it because
I
of,
disagree.
because of Trinity or anything like that. It could have been for storytelling.
I did not like that. That all of a sudden now she could fly up and Neo can't.
I don't. He could fly. He flew.
No,
at
he
the end.
couldn't.
He flew at the end.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, but
But when
he
the
flew
nigga
at-
was
he flew on
trying,
the first movie and the second movie, and he had amnesia in this one. So if he didn't know how to fly,
yeah, that was
He had none of his
no,
powers.
no, yeah, that was their excuse for nerfing him. That he didn't remember
he
it,
was not nervous.
and he had to unlock all. Yes, he
He
had
was
to
nerfed.
unlock his powers, pretty much.
He had to unlock his powers in the first one.
But this is the fourth movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he was with one in the first one too.
But that's what.
Hold on, wait a minute. So if he can do everything in the third movie, but he gotta unlock everything in the fourth movie, that means you got nerfed.
no, it's but he had got captured.
It might be a
I mean,
reason.
y'all said
It
nerf,
might be a
but y'all
reason,
said-
but
y'all
they
said-
did it.
When I heard nerf, see, I play video games,
Mm.
so nerf is a negative connotation.
Yeah, I mean
And
it.
that's
I
what
mean
it
it in
Yeah,
a
y'all
negative.
using it.
I
See,
mean it
that's
in a
why I
negative
disagree
way.
because I don't think he was nerfed. He still had that power, but he just lost it because of he got captured. He wasn't the best at that time.
Yeah.
That's his fault. So he didn't get nerfed.
He didn't get.
In my eyes, he didn't get nerfed. Nigga, you got suppressed because you lost.
He died.
No, he
sacrificed
didn't
himself.
lose.
Exactly.
No,
Whatever.
he didn't lose. He made a deal.
He died. Whatever. So, nigga, you reborn, you gotta learn your powers over.
But
Like,
how do she just automatically know how to fly?
she was never dead.
Yes, she did.
She had to unlock
No.
her shit too.
Well, she unlocked it before him. So what?
But that's what I'm saying. That's the part that I didn't like. That didn't make sense. We went through this whole movie following Neo.
It made sense to me.
We seen him get his ass whooped. We seen him not be able to fly. You know what I'm saying? He did still pick
the
up
love. Women love harder than men.
right,
So
and
they
that's what
gonna-
I'm saying. But the point is
That was
So
some
now
more,
you-
that was some more bullshit they do in the movie. You can go ahead.
Well, nothing else they could do.
all of a sudden out the blue. Okay, I'm gonna get straight to it. The reason I was disappointed in this movie because we done had a Matrix trilogy where Neo was the one,
Mm-hmm.
and now all of a sudden it's not the one anymore. Which the one could have been a female. They could have switched the whole thing up. Now it's a two.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
Like it's a two now. Like they have to be together for all of this shit to happen. That's not what was implied in the first movie. The reason I dislike this movie because it kind of erased certain topics from the original trilogy just to tell the story of this movie. Which again,
Like which one?
like for
So I
instance,
can know.
Neo being the one. They saying now, okay,
It was more than just that one.
right, but it was
No.
still just one. It
See,
wasn't two.
I don't think. See, I don't
think she's one of them though.
They said it in the movie. They said the only way Neo can pull off the shit that he can pull off is when she's close to him. Basically,
that was because of love thing. But go ahead.
but that's what I'm saying. Why do you take concepts from the first movie and get rid of it just to tell another story? There's a lot
See,
of the reasons
he loved her in the first one.
See,
but
I
my
think-
point is he didn't have to be next to her to
For
be
him to do
Superman
that
in the
shit.
first
So are
movie.
you saying next to her, like next to her, or do you mean
That's
like
what they said.
or had to be
they-
alive
no, they-
together in the same
No,
shit?
they literally had to touch and made like all that power. They literally had to touch.
What
hands.
was it
One
called?
of
The
those-
Super Twins that
I
did that?
forgot
Little
what the hell
post
they
powers,
called it.
bro.
It
Y'all
was
talking
some.
about when they touched hands. Yeah, that's when she first unlocked her shit.
No.
So of course that's
No.
what I got from unlocking the power.
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm not knocking what you got. What I'm saying is what they actually did with this movie. It's not a feeling. It's not, you know what I'm saying, what I think. They actually went back and retconned certain elements from the first
See,
trilogy.
I disagree again.
And I'm explaining to you why I feel like they did that.
And I kind of gave them a pass with the one shit because I thought about it.
Because didn't Neo represent Christ?
Morpheus only referenced Neo as the one when it came to Zion.
Mhm.
And he technically saved Zion, and all
Zion
of that
is
shit
where-
is over with.
Zion is with what's the name? They just called it something different. Where Jada Pinkett and them live.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying. He saved them.
When they talk to the
He ended the machine war now.
But hold on. When they talked to the architect even said Neo was the one. But he was one that was just recycled. He's just the same thing over and over again. It's just a continuing cycle. But it
but
was
he
never.
just don't know it.
But the fact is it was never two. It was always just one. Now I'm not saying
See, I don't even believe. I don't believe that. What's her name? Rachel Jennifer. What was her name? What was her real name? Tiffany. I don't believe Tiffany is one.
who.
They said
Tiffany.
it in the movie.
They never said she was
about
one.
Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity.
They
They never said she was the one.
But they said that's what I'm saying. That's what made me dislike the movie because they actually said, Neo, you not the one. Everything that
So
happened.
she was the one from the jump.
No.
So who
Neither
was the
one of them was.
It
That's
was they
what I'm
bond
saying.
together. They
That's what I'm
love
saying.
for each
It wasn't
other.
my
I ain't-
issue. It wasn't my issue. Like they could have made her the new one. I'm fine with that. But they didn't make it a one. They made it a two. It's a duo instead of a
Yeah.
single now. And I don't like that. That's what I didn't like about
Mad
it.
that one that couldn't fight a million by itself.
No, I'm just saying, you took,
Yeah, he did.
again,
Yeah, but
you took the concept from,
Because they nerfed him.
here's the thing.
because Agent Smith got better.
Here's the thing. Neo saved Zion. He put balance in the Matrix. He made the deal with the architect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's something else going on.
Mm-hmm.
The architect said in the original trilogy that it's a continuous cycle that goes over and over and over and over again. You bring Trinity back and make her the one, I'm fine with that. But now you're retconning a lot of stuff that happened in the original trilogy by saying it was never a singular person. It was never a chosen one. It was a duo, and now we're making it a duo in this movie. Like I said, it could have been Trinity. She could have been the one to take the reins and move forward. But the fact that it has to be both of them, I ain't like that.
But that's what happens when you don't plan on making a fourth movie.
No.
And you
That's-
feel like you're doing the trilogy and you want to
They just
explain
figured out real
everything
life.
at the end of the movie.
Gotta be a man and a woman.
But I'm just saying, that's what I don't like about movies when you have to go back and ruin other movies just to make your movie relevant.
This
Okay.
movie made the other movies bad to you?
No, but
So how did they ruin the other movies?
it made the Matrix it ruined the Matrix as a whole.
Oh, yeah. All right. I look at the Matrix the exact same.
I mean, and that's fine if you wanna if
This didn't ruin
if
nothing
that's
for
what
me.
you want to do. But what I'm saying is, moving forward, I'm not as excited for a new Matrix trilogy
Yeah.
because you have when you
This
have to,
wasn't-
Y'all
this
was excited
wasn't-
for this movie. Okay,
Yes.
my bad.
Yeah, niggas was waiting on another
bad.
Matrix.
I
movie.
didn't even know this shit was coming out.
I mean, I did.
He came
Well,
out
a
like,
lot
damn.
of people was excited to see a new Matrix movie.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just don't like with any franchise that you have to go back and retcon a lot of stuff just to tell your story. Because it again, you kind of shitting on everything, the building blocks that put you in this position to make this movie.
To me, that's niggas don't like change. That's all.
Man, we had this conversation before.
Right. And
Some
I'm still
changes
still stand on it.
you
Niggas
can
don't
have,
like change.
but the fact is, you can have change without changing your building blocks of your movie.
So what's it say to people that told you that it was only one, Oracle? What's it say that she just wasn't wrong from the jump? She know what the fuck she was talking about.
And the point is how is the Oracle wrong, Morpheus wrong, and the architect wrong? So you have hold on.
Morpheus is made up,
right? But you
in
have
his head.
right, but you have the protagonist and you have the antagonist both saying there's a one.
Ain't the
Right.
moderator.
Guess what? Both of them are one, and guess what? That's two.
Man, that shit don't make sense.
It do make sense.
No, it don't.
That niggas don't want it to make sense.
I mean,
No, the
say that, I
movie
would
didn't
accept
tell
that.
us that.
No, it
The
don't
movie
make
didn't
sense.
tell us that.
The movie told
We
us.
going off of what the
Man,
movie told us.
Hold on. First off, the movie told us a story. I didn't make this up. The movie did. The movie started a story. Now you want to go back and add to that story, but you want to erase everything.
Did it
that came
add to the
before.
story? Or did it erase something?
It
'Cause
erased
you saying they
something.
added because it didn't add if
No,
it erased something.
I said they wanted to. You erased in order to add on to your story. Why you just can't add on to what's already there? Why do you have to
I think
erase
they
something?
did what people don't expect.
Why do you have to? Why do you have to erase something in order to make your story relevant? Your story can be relevant without having to erase anything. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm saying what I don't like about the movie.
That's fine.
But I don't care what franchise it is, Matrix or anything
I was just
else.
asking questions because I just asked a certain question because I wanted to see what y'all thought about the way I thought about it.
And I don't mind change. As long as you do it right. 808s and Heartbreaks, one of my favorite Kanye albums. Maybe my favorite one. He did it right. As long as you do it right, and like I said, to me, this movie didn't do a good enough job of explaining shit.
But to me,
They
he didn't change-
they
he
just
didn't-
told
but
us.
Kanye didn't change hip hop. He went to another genre. Kanye didn't change hip hop. He went to another genre.
But
Exactly.
hold on. You can't really use that analogy because
Why not?
because Kanye is not going back saying the hip hop that came before him ain't shit. He just adding on
So
to
what are you
it.
talking about?
Because in this movie, they went back and said that there was never a one. There was a duo, which erased things that happened in the
But
previous
see,
use
that's different saying it ain't shit. You
And
said
my
it ain't
point
shit.
is-
No,
my
what I'm
point
saying is you brought up Kanye. Kanye doesn't.
No, he brought up Kanye.
No, I brought up Kanye.
But the fact is we're talking about Kanye. Kanye don't go back and say music before it is blase, blase, blase. Kanye starts from here and he adds on.
Right.
What came before Kanye does not matter. It's still the same music.
See, yeah, because you don't look at it as them adding on to this. You look
When
at it
you
as
when
me it don't. To me, that's adding on.
but how can you add on?
it's crazy. We
when
got
you,
three different perspectives.
when you
about this.
purposely hold on. When you purposely say, when the story purposely says there is not a one.
See,
there's
to
a
me,
two.
To me, you can add on just by explaining yourself.
I think you
And I don't think this movie explained
and I
it
think
well
they
enough.
do. That's what I'm saying. I think they did. But see, y'all be wanting word explanations.
No, I don't
I be
need.
getting feelings. You don't think he explained it all. He said he
No, that's not what I said.
What did you?
No,
what
that's
did you,
not what I said. What I said is they actually said.
Yeah.
Listen to me. They said it in the movie.
Yeah.
There is no one. There's a two.
Right. And y'all be saying what they said in the movie, but that's still just because they say something to me. I understand what you're saying, but it's deeper than that. That's why I say I'm changing the way I look at movies.
That's why I'm asking you.
So
That's
hold
why
on.
I'm asking you.
So am I
what
not
told you,
supposed
what
to take the
explained that
dialogue
to
in the
you
movie literal?
The fact that them niggas couldn't live without each other.
And I get that.
Yeah,
To me, them niggas was together in the second one.
but that didn't mean nothing. And he didn't get a
It
power boost.
It wasn't said.
But that
in
was
the
the
second
po-
one. But
he
that don't
didn't
mean
get
he
a-
didn't exist.
He was doing shit away
We
from
know
her.
this story was taken.
But he
we
was-
know the
but-
story was stolen from somebody,
But
right?
he was doing this away from her.
We do know the story was stolen from somebody, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but what they got to do?
So who's to say that wasn't the original story?
That ain't-
Like I'm saying, you can't imply.
We just going off the stories that we got. I'm not implying nothing. I'm
And that's the
I'm
thing.
going off the story
we shouldn't
that
have
we
to
got.
imply anything.
Yeah.
And I ain't really saying
Especially-
you got to imply it either, but I'm just saying, like, to me, it don't make it ain't. It's not to say it don't make sense. To me, is don't make sense.
No, the movie
Because-
makes sense. I'm saying I don't like it.
And that's
Nigga, I
because
was
of that.
confused.
and that's cool.
Like halfway through the movie
yeah, I know you were. You said it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how you was.
because they wasn't
That made me think
explaining.
you
Because
haven't
they
seen
wasn't
none of them.
explaining shit. They would say something and then just keep on going.
I like.
I'm like, okay, so
To me, when it comes to movies, when you got to explain some shit, to me that's wasting time. Probably because half of the time I already know what's going on.
to
And
me,
that's just to me. That is to me.
hey man, I'm stupid.
You call yourself what you want. I'm just telling you what I.
You gotta explain or show me. Don't just sit there and tell me that what you thought of was a video game and none of it was real.
That wasn't even big
So-
to me. That's just the analyst lying
Nigga, that
to
was
him.
the whole point of the
Nigga,
movie.
the analyst was trying to keep him in a prison, in a certain mental prison. That's all that was to me. You don't have to visualize that. You don't have to explain that to me. We knew the analyst was lying. We saw the first and second one.
But they said the first and second one don't mean shit.
Who said that?
When they said that,
You saying they didn't literally say this first and second movie don't mean nothing.
But what I'm saying, but I'm glad you brought that point up. That's my whole point. Because they didn't imply it in this movie, what's to stop them from implying it in the next movie?
But we're not talking about the next movie.
My point is, you should not have to go back.
and strip away stuff.
You ain't stripping. All right.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just want to know why was she if it was both of them the whole time, why wasn't she as OP in the first three?
How was she not OP? She survived. Nigga,
Nigga,
she was
wasn't
whooping ass.
she wasn't
too.
flying
wasn't getting
around.
her ass whooped.
She wasn't flying
Y'all,
around.
okay, she couldn't fly.
So
She
that's
was
not
still
a power
whooping
up.
niggas' ass, just like the Asian chick in this one with the blue hair. She was getting down too. Everybody in the Matrix can fight.
Because they know how to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said why she wasn't?
So you don't see what made Neo different than everybody
No.
else? Oh, well.
Did you watch the first Matrix
Yes.
trilogy?
He was the first nigga that could fight. After
No, he
that,
wasn't.
okay. All right.
Neo was not the first nigga that could fight.
Okay, Morpheus was.
Morpheus wasn't.
All right, man. I don't know. Whoever.
They just knew how to fight
These
real
all
good.
niggas, right? They all knew how to fight. It wasn't no. Oh, they didn't make him special.
When's the last time you watched the
It
Matrix?
wasn't special. Making him know how to fight wasn't the special part of the movie.
Exactly. That wasn't my part about the special part of the movie. I'm saying that ain't. If you telling me everybody can fight, so obviously the fighting skills ain't what set Neo apart
It's
from
not.
everybody else. Exactly.
Only that he could fly. That's the only thing people talking about.
So why couldn't Trinity do the same shit if she was also the one?
My thing, and like I told y'all, that shit didn't matter to me that she couldn't fly then. So what she could fly now? What other he couldn't fly.
He could fly.
No,
Right.
I'm saying in this movie.
No.
And y'all, but see,
No.
that affects y'all score.
It affect my score because
That
I didn't
don't
say,
affect the score
I
to
didn't
me.
say that it affected my score.
it definitely affect my
And you
well,
ain't,
her,
but y'all saying it don't make sense.
because
It does make sense if you lost your memory, if you was dead, came back to life, and don't know what the fuck going on.
right, but
To me, that makes sense.
I never said him being nerfed didn't make sense. I explained why they did it. I understand why they did it. I don't like that they did it. I understand that once they've said that they want to nerf him, I don't like that they decided to do that. But once you decide that, okay, we want to nerf him,
But once you
and
decided,
up Trinity,
what has he
then
done?
I don't. What?
What has he done, really, that none of the other niggas have done? Besides
The
fly.
nigga beat up a park full of Agent Smiths.
Yeah, but ain't no
Nigga, you don't
he the only
remember.
one that been
You
in-
don't
he the only one
exactly.
in
You
that
don't know.
situation.
You don't remember. No, he wasn't.
They were running.
Nigga,
they couldn't
exactly.
fight
The
Agent.
first.
He
the-
was running from him too.
No,
Hold on,
the
hold on,
first
hold on.
Matrix.
But I'm
Hold on, wait a
saying-
minute. The first Matrix, they told him everybody that came up against the
I
agent
remember the first Matrix.
either didn't live or ran away.
right,
Nobody ever fought him.
right. That
or
was
you
but
died.
my thing. That's the only
He
thing.
was the first one to beat him.
Right.
Yeah.
This was the only thing.
because he was the
That
only
ain't
one.
big.
And this
They
one, he
could
wasn't
do.
even doing shit.
That ain't
Right,
big.
that's what I'm saying, and that's fine.
Well, I'm talking about Agent Smith. He wasn't doing shit in this movie.
He
But-
whooped
but-
his ass.
That first time they met, but I'm saying like, then what separated them?
They only fought that one time.
I'm talking about just. All right.
What separate who?
I don't know. I like this movie, but I like the movie. I don't even know what we arguing right now.
Great.
I don't know what we arguing right now, to be honest.
If I'm gonna be realistic, I'm gonna give it a C plus. I'm gonna give it a C plus because there was some things I didn't like. There was some things that I liked, and they kind of, to me, the movie wasn't bad, but the movie wasn't good either. So you know what I'm saying, I landed on C plus, and I'm giving it the plus because visually the movie looked good. You know what I'm saying? I always go into a movie first and foremost. I like
him.
I like to see how the movie looks, and then I start from there. So
It was like the people. To me, it was like the people that made the movie, the action scenes and the whole jumping around and doing all that. It seemed like they regressed to me.
mhm.
Like whoever was doing it, I don't know if it was the same team. I know it was the same. Well, both sisters. Well, both
You give me your grade right now?
both siblings didn't direct it, so I don't know if they used the same fighting team or not. But my grade, I could probably I give it a D plus.
Yeah, I'm giving it a B plus. We can get it over with.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a B plus.
So that's been our review.
D plus is ridiculous. Go ahead.
How is it ridiculous?
Just go ahead. Just end it, man.
How is it ridiculous?
Just go ahead. I don't know. Just go ahead.
See y'all next time, man.